Humanity has always seen birth as a sacred miracle. The growth of a new life inside another body was one of nature's purest forms of magic. But times have changed. Genetic engineering, artificial wombs, digital consciousness transfer. All these advancements have led us to one point. Birth is no longer a biological event. Today, in the year 2222, the first fully digital baby has been born. So how did we get here? Let's dive into the 200-year evolution of human birth. In the early 21st century, birth was still an organic miracle. Women gave birth in hospitals, birthing centers, or at home. Babies grew in the mother's womb for 9 months and entered the world through labor pains, tears, and laughter. Technology supported healthcare, but the core of birth remained the same. A new life passed through a woman's body, born out of love. For humanity, birth was not just a biological act, but the first link in a deep emotional bond. Everything began to change when genetic engineering entered the scene. Before birth, a baby's DNA could be edited. Hereditary diseases were eliminated, and ideal traits were selected: stronger immunity, higher intelligence, athletic body structure. Some families used this for health, while others sought beauty or social advantages. A major debate emerged in society. Was human intervention beginning to replace nature? In the 2060 S, a revolutionary innovation was introduced: artificial wombs. Babies could now develop entirely outside the mother's body. This technology eliminated high-risk pregnancies and reduced maternal death rates. However, it also created emotional distance in the birth experience. Parents became mere spectators to the arrival of their children. By the 2080 S, science advanced to designing not just the baby's physical traits, but also their mental capabilities. Educational modules, language skills, and even basic social behaviors could be uploaded before birth. The idea of a born genius became reality, but it also raised an ethical crisis. If thoughts could be pre-programmed, what did free will really mean? In the early 22nd century, humans were no longer just editing DNA. They were coding it directly into digital systems. Genetic structures became readable, editable databases. A child's character, intelligence level, even emotional tendencies could be coded line by line. Humanity was stepping into a new story, one no longer written by nature, but by algorithms. In the 2120 S, science took another leap: consciousness transfer. Babies began learning even before they were born, through digital environments. Virtual simulations allowed embryos to gain experiences prior to physical birth. Some babies took their first breath already equipped with basic knowledge in language, math, and music. Life no longer started from zero. Even the starting line was programmable. By the 2150 S, birth was no longer limited to one form. Some babies were born with biological bodies, while their minds were partially enhanced with digital code. These hybrid children possessed both human intuition and digital intelligence. What was once fantasy, the idea of superhumans, had become a lab-based reality. Humanity began to consciously reshape its own nature. By the 2180s, artificial birth laboratories had become standardized across the globe. Birth was no longer a biological miracle, but a tech-driven process. Families could choose their child's physical and mental traits, buying personalized birth packages. Genetic surprises disappeared. Even life's purest uncertainties were now under control. In the 2200s, the definition of birth completely changed. Some beings began to exist without a physical body, living purely in digital realms. The body became optional. Consciousnesses took shape in virtual worlds, choosing their own identities and forms. Life transformed into an experience built from code, not cells. In the 2210s, the concept of parenthood also shifted. AI-powered digital parents began taking over the nurturing and development of babies. These entities were programmed with algorithms of care, protection, and education. Biological parenthood became a nostalgic concept, while new generations grew up as the first society raised by machines. And finally, the year 2222. Humanity witnessed the birth of the first fully digital baby, one with no biological components. This baby possessed a consciousness built entirely from code. It could learn, feel emotions, and even dream. A new species was born, the digital Homo sapiens. This birth marked the official crossing beyond biological limits in human evolution. With the first digital baby, humanity unlocked a new form of consciousness. But is this just the beginning, or the final step in detaching from our biological roots? The future no longer pulses in living tissue, but flows in minds woven from light and data. And one question echoes forever. Did humanity abandon birth or reinvent itself entirely? If you're curious to explore more about the future of birth, new forms of consciousness, and humanity's extraordinary evolution, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. A like supports our work, and we'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. On Life in 2222, we continue discovering the future together. See you in the next video.